Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk, a podcast for the youth and definitely by the youth. I am your host, as usual, and as always, Kondwani Hastings Banda. Thank you to everybody who's been coming through since episode 1. I really appreciate it, and welcome to the family. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification tab and make sure you get notified every time we get to post a new video. And if you're part of the LT family, thank you so much. So today we're going to have quite an interesting episode. I have two people that I'm going to bring on, and to be quite an interesting episode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I told you that today we're going to have quite an interesting episode because I'm bringing two people, and yeah, the first guest is here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
You look nice.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you so much. So, I'm very choosy when it comes to people that I bring on the podcast, and someone might be asking themselves, why you? Why do you think I chose you? What do you do?
I don't know. I think maybe you just like me. Maybe that's why you brought me on this.
I like your music. You do gospel, and you showed me some of your work, and I was so impressed and intrigued by it, and that's what motivated me for me to bring you here.
Okay.
So, to someone who doesn't know who V.I.C is, tell them a little bit more about what you do and what you're about.
Okay. So my name is V.I.C. But at home they call me Vic. But you may know me as V.I.C. I'm a Christian hip hop rapper and singer. Yeah.
All right, so they have it coming in from V.I.C. And recently I heard you got signed to Yellowdove. How's it
Yeah.
like working with, the Yellowdove himself?
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
Let me just start there. It's very fun. It's not
Yeah.
every day that you wake up and
Yeah.
work with your idol. So
Yeah.
it's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm developing as an artist and also as an individual. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So what made you start doing music, gospel wise? I mean, for a girl like you, someone would think, you doing rap, especially in gospel.
Yeah.
What made you start doing that in gospel?
For starters, I was a kid who suffered from
Yeah.
a lot of social anxiety, amongst other things.
Yeah.
And every time I would listen to Zambian Christian hip hop music, I felt as though I couldn't relate to some of the songs
Yeah.
to say. So I just decided to make music that I would listen to myself.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Not to be cocky or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good to have confidence in your craft.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
I would love to have a longer episode, but due to some, we'll get to have that one later. So for the people that would like to follow you online, where can they find you?
Okay, so you can find me on IG at VIC_music and then on Facebook also Vic Music. You can find me there.
All right, so there you have it coming in from V.I.C. Another guest is coming up. Stay tuned. Terence M Chakufwaya, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
All right, so on the 25th of November, you launched something powerful, and I must commend you for that one. Changing Minds Foundation, right? Yeah. What is it all about?
All right. So Changing Minds Foundation is a youth-led organization whose mission is to inspire positive change in the lives of people. So it's basically a youth-led organization which is registered under YWCA as a national organization. So when you look at Changing Minds Foundation, we are based on two different principles. We focus on the mentorship aspect and also the empowerment aspect. So on the mentorship aspect, this is where we get to have summits, leadership trainings, and also such type of conferences like we had on the 25th, where we just brought students and young people from different backgrounds and just begin educating them and mentoring them on the aspects of entrepreneurship. And then with regards to empowerment, this is where now we begin helping them access resources so that they become knowledgeable and also get resources enough so that they're able to implement certain things that they've already learned.
All right, so looking at you, I think this episode has been long coming because we've had conversation and I've told you how brilliant you are with how you do things, and it's so inspiring to see a young person such as you coming up with all these innovative ideas to make sure that you inspire and help other people out there. So to someone who would like to join or rather know more about Changing Mind Foundation, what are they supposed to do to be part of the foundation?
Okay, so as it stands, I'm running my own personal page, and this is where I get to share nearly all the content that is relation to what I do.
Yeah.
So The name of the page is Terence M Chakufwaya page. There I'll post about Changing Minds Foundation. I'll also post about Chakufwaya Foundation. So if someone wants to be part and parcel of Changing Minds Foundation, we annually recruit members, and it takes place in January as we commence the year. So January we are going to be recruiting new members, but there's a selection process that we undertake so that we select people based on merits, and we select people that we know that they're going to add value to the organization. So it's open for each and every young person, provided they understand and know what exactly they want to achieve at the end of the day. Our prime responsibility is to give a platform to each and every person, provided they are interested in creating that platform themselves.
All right. So, young people, especially nowadays, we have a lot of self-doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure someone might want to be part of the foundation, but they feel like they're not really eligible enough to be part of it. So, what advice would you give to someone, a young person, especially on innovation and having the positive outlook towards life, as you always do and as you always encourage, is even me? Because when I go through your page, I always find something that is so intriguing and impactful to not only me but to other young people. So what would be your advice to a young person out there, especially here in Zambia, abalelanda no me kulola ba government pauti bamperenji toshani, but you took the initiative to come up with something that you feel would also help young people. So what advice would you give to someone who's planning to start something rather, or a foundation same as you?
So that's really an interesting question, because I was just responding to one individual who came to me and said, okay, I'm passionate about starting up a foundation, starting up an organization, but I don't know what to do. So my advice to such a one is that it is important, in as much as you are passionate and you get to think about something, that you also implement it. The fact that you've thought about it does not mean it's the end of each and every single thing. The fact that you've thought about it means that you're able to implement it. And then as a person who strongly believes in the aspects of Christianity, I strongly believe that each vision that we get comes from above, and God will never give you a vision that He knows you will not be able to achieve. So the fact that you've thought about it means that you're able to achieve it. And the fact that you are able to even think about it means that you're able to walk throughout the process and be able to achieve that particular thing. One thing people don't understand is that success is not an easy thing. Becoming big is not an easy thing. Even if we want, maybe let's give an example of maize. If you want to see maize grow, it has to go through storms, it has to go through sunlight and the likes. So it's the same thing, including a pencil. For a pencil to write, it needs to go through hard sharpenings. So you need to understand and embrace the fact that success comes with pain. It comes with a lot of situations, and it comes with a lot of issues. So the fact that, in as much as there are these things that will come on board and they'll try to stop you from achieving your goals, doesn't mean that your goals are impossible. And the fact that something is hard to do doesn't necessarily mean it's impossible. So my only advice to them is, if you're able to think about it, it means you're able to do it. You just need to know the right way to go about it, and you also need to know the right people that are supposed to be in your network. If you want to start up an organization, you cannot start interacting with people who want to start up a soccer club. No, it doesn't work like that. So if you want to start an organization, engage with people that are already establishing their own organizations, that are already doing great. And as an organization, when it comes to dealing with people that have got self-doubts, people with low self-esteem, that's where we come in and offer the mentorship aspect. That is why it is also called Changing Minds. We want to mold the minds of young people. We want to develop a positive culture. So we offer different types of trainings, and then we've also gone as far as engaging other organizations that are dealing with mental health issues. And when we look at mental health, this is a broad thing. It doesn't only deal with the mind and you having suicidal thoughts, depression and the likes. It goes as far as the therapy and the like. So you begin understanding your purpose in that area. So our prime responsibility is to ensure that each and every person becomes progressive, each and every person becomes productive, and whatever they think of should be something that they're not only going to remain in their mind, but rather they're going to implement it.
All right, so they have it coming in from Terence M Chakufwaya. We need to be having more conversations such as this one. My brother, thank you so much for coming through.
I'm more humble.
Yeah, and I hope, and I'm sure, not hope, we're going to have more episodes coming up. Yeah, so thank you so much, and stay tuned.
I didn't know permanent. Zafuna mamuna wa permanent. I didn't know mamuna wa chizungu. Wa mabenzi na mamanshoni. Alina chuma na kasivi. Opuzila na kakasa. Abamuna kwa tila na so chiribwa.
Alright. That's a song coming in from the one and only Elton Mulenga, popularly known as Yo Mams. Yo! And this one features Ty Green. I hope I've pronounced that name right. And definitely this one is entitled Someone. So Tambe. Now, women, ladies, learn to believe in your men. Now, in okay, Satamba, love. And definitely this one has been quite an interesting episode. Thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate it. If you've been part of the LT family since episode 1, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you so much. And definitely, if you're new, this is the right place to be. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification tab, and make sure you get notified every time we get to post a new episode. 8. 2 more to go, and we can wrap the year up. We promise you that we're going to do 10, and we're 2 more to go. Definitely, this has been Let's Talk, a podcast for the youth and definitely by the youth. I am your host, Kondwani Hastings Banda. I'm out.